A Study in Scarlet. Part 7. The Cabman's Secret. The city was unusually quiet that evening, its fog-draped streets echoing only with the rattle of wheels and the clip-clop of horses' hooves. Holmes, ever attuned to London's pulse, sensed the moment had arrived to draw the hidden hand fully into the open. Watson, though uncertain, trusted his companion's instincts. Holmes arranged for a cab to be summoned under the guise of an ordinary errand. When the vehicle arrived, Holmes observed it with keen precision. The driver's posture, his careful avoidance of direct gaze, and the faint tension in his movements. To Watson, he seemed an unremarkable working man. To Holmes, every detail spoke volumes. The conversation began simply, Holmes adopting his most casual tone. Yet each question was a carefully placed stone, guiding the cabman closer to a revelation. The driver's replies grew halting, betraying a weight of knowledge. Watson felt the tension thicken with every passing moment. Finally, with quiet firmness, Holmes laid the truth bare. The driver himself was no mere bystander but intimately bound to the events that had set Brixton ablaze with mystery. The effect was immediate. The man's shoulders slumped, his silence louder than words. Watson sat stunned. How could Holmes have known? Holmes explained calmly that every thread pointed back to this man. The trail of the ring, the urgency of the false claimant, the nervous glances, they all converged on the cab driver. His efforts to mask his part in the affair had only deepened Holmes's certainty. The man, realizing resistance was futile, offered his account. He spoke not with bravado, but with a strange relief, as if carrying a burden too long. The story that unfolded was no ordinary tale of crime. It was the culmination of years of struggle, journeys across vast lands, and a vow that could not be broken. Watson, listening intently, felt transported far from the gaslit London street. The cabman's words carried him into deserts, mountains, and the lives of people whose choices had set this chain of events into motion. Holmes, attentive as ever, allowed the man to speak freely, knowing that truth often reveals itself when given room. When the account ended, silence hung heavy. The cabman looked weary but strangely at peace, as though telling his story had been its own release. Holmes exchanged a glance with Watson, one of solemn acknowledgement. The mystery was unraveling, and with it the extraordinary human drama that lay at its heart.